In this lesson, we will learn about a very important concept, foreign key. So what is a foreign key? A foreign key is a field in a table that matches another field of another table. So let's look at an example. Suppose we have two tables. One is a product master that stores all the products, and the second is a shopping cart of a customer. Now when the customer puts a product into his or her shopping cart, what would happen? We would put the product ID, which is the unique ID and which would have been a primary key in the product master, into the shopping cart table. So now this ID that we are putting into the shopping cart table is matches the ID of the product master. So this ID that we are putting it in the shopping cart is a foreign key. So foreign key is a field in a table that matches another field of another table. Foreign key puts constraints on data in the related tables. What kind of constraints? That we can only put those values which are there in the primary table, and it helps maintain referential integrity, and we will talk about this in the later part. So let's look at these two examples. So we have this product master, the table products, and there are 5 products in it. ID is the primary key, and it has these products: Coke, Pepsi, 5 Star, Maggie and Dove, and these are the prices. Now here is a table which maintains a shopping cart. So we have cart ID and we have product ID. So whenever a customer is putting a product into his or her cart, we are inserting a row in this table. Cart ID stands for a customer, so this is the same customer. So these 3 are standing for the same cart coming from the same customer, and this is another different cart. So here when the customer has put in product ID 1, which means this customer has added 4 quantities of Coke. Product ID 4 stands for Maggie, so 10 quantities of Maggie, and product ID 3 stands for 5 Star and 7 quantities of 5 Star. In cart 2, the product ID 2 here will stand for Pepsi, so the customer with cart ID 2 has put in 20 quantities of Pepsi. So in the table cart, prod ID here refers to the ID of the product in the table products. Refers to the ID of the product. This is the ID in the table products, and hence prod ID is referred to as a foreign key. So this is the concept of a foreign key. So now let us see how to create it, use it, and what are the advantages we get. So a normal case of how we'd have defined cart, it would have a cart ID, a prod ID and quantity. So we would have these 3 integers defined. So this is how we would have normally created a table cart. But now when we want to create a foreign key, we will add this constraint foreign key prod ID. So we are saying that prod ID, this field prod ID is a foreign key, and because it's a foreign key, what is it referencing? It is referencing products ID. So in the table products, it is referencing the field ID. So in the table products, the table name here was products, and what was it referencing? The field ID. So which is why while defining it, we are saying references products ID. Notice there is one constraint or one rule for ID to be defined as a reference in a foreign key. So for this ID to be defined as a reference, it should be a primary key in the table products. So it has to be a primary key in the table products for it to be defined as a reference in a foreign key. So now what are the advantages of defining a foreign key? There are a couple of advantages. The first advantage is that we can only insert values which will have corresponding foreign key there. The second would be that suppose we want to delete a value from the table. So if you want to delete any value from the table ID, it will not allow us to delete that ID if there is a corresponding use of that ID in the table cart. Or to put it in different words, if there is a product ID in use in cart, it cannot be deleted from the table products. So let us look at an example. So here we have the same products and cart. So suppose if we want to delete this row ID1, can we delete it? No, because prod ID 1, so ID1 is in use. Can I delete ID2 Pepsi? Is it in use? Yes, it is in use, so it will give me an error. 3 5-star, can I delete 3? No, I cannot delete 3. 4 Maggie, can I delete it? 4 is again in use here, so I cannot delete it. 5 Dove, can I delete it? Yes, because we are not using prod ID 5. We do not have the value prod ID 5. So this product can be deleted. So this has helped us in maintaining referential integrity. So this is the advantage of a foreign key.